Heckle Fan Greg Wolf, pole/tree training again, video 2. If you've seen the first video, it wasn't a very swift video because I'm out here, I got my computer on the ground. I would prefer not to do that, but I'm poor. So if you're going to learn something, I'm going to take the risk for you. Okay, again, same policy apply. This pole is a lot thinner than that tree, and it's right slick, alright? So you don't want to be doing anything like this, especially if you're not at that level. Plus, I'll do another pole over there that has something that you can grip on so that you understand. But your main job, especially if you're not a strong fighter, is to keep this pole between you and your enemy. He comes over here, you over here. Boom, deliver. He's over here, boom, deliver. Now, if you're not that strong of kicking, you want to kick low. Boom, keep it low. Boom. You want to keep it mid-range. Yeah, you want to keep it in your ability of kicking. Block, what to block. Your blocks and punches are very important, especially because this pole is exceptionally small. So you need to be set for anything. Again, like with the tree, if you're on this side, boom, make sure he hits that. Boom. You know, you want to be able to move so that no one can get in your way. And this way, it works out in your protection wise. So once you move, you want to get over here. If he's not holding you, that makes it possible. If he is holding you, you know, your head still moves, even if your body doesn't. Boom, boom. Now he's holding you. Break the hammer and get behind this damn pole. Because it's going to be a whole lot easier for you to break a hold of his arm grip after he hits his hand on this pole. You don't have to sit there and take a beating from anybody. Now, if you're into that, taking a beating thing, this isn't for you. So, I'm going to move to a bigger pole to give you a little bit thicker of an option. Hopefully this thing will show up. Alright, so we're going to this pole. Alright, it's the same concept. This pole is thicker, so you know you want to, if you're here, you know, duck, boom, get your blocks up. But if you can't block, then you want to move. If he's holding you, you want to break the handle. But if you can't, you know, and he's holding you and he's throwing a punch, just move your head. Because your head still moves even when somebody's holding you. So just move your head. Boom. He breaks his hand, then you clutch him there, step back, and get between this pole. He's already going to be pissed off because he just broke his fucking hand, so he's got one more hand he's going to try to swing, which will probably be his left hand, so you want to move. Boom. If you can't kick that high, kick low. If you can't kick that high, then you kick even lower. Go for a shin. After you kick him in the shin, you want to grab him and slam him into the pole. Once you slam your opponent into the pole, I'm pretty sure the fight's going to be over unless you're fighting fucking Colossus, or Wolverine, or Juggernaut, which are fantasy characters, so you don't have to worry about that. The real fact of the matter is, that shit's going to hurt. I understand. I use the fatty part of my arm, the tricep, so, you know, it's not as painful. The fatty part of your arms, your forearms, your triceps, those absorb pain a little bit easier than bone. You don't ever want to hit anything like with bone. You hit your funny bone, it's a done deal. And you don't want to mess yourself up trying to protect yourself. Alright? So, you know, sidestep, boom, low kick, high kick, low kick. You know, it really depends on also what style you've been taught. If you haven't been taught a style, you don't need a style. You just need to know how common sense works. He's right here, he steps to his left, you step to your left, because his left is your right. The world is predominantly right-handed people, but if they have some kind of training, they generally tell their non-dominant hand first. So that would be his left hand towards your right side of your face. So you would step here, and then you would deliver. Again, if your kicking range isn't that high, then deliver low. Boom, boom. You know your range, but also know that this pole is the thing that's going to make the difference between your life and your death when you are not a strong fighter. Now we're going to go to the pole over here that has like some curly licking apparatus-y stuff. Yeah, that pole. So I'm not going to move the camera. Well, I'm not going to move the computer rather, other than backwards so you guys can like fucking see me. But I'm going to go over here. This pole has things that you can hang on to. So if you want to like spruce it up a little bit and do some stupid shit, you know, here. This is not a pole, it is a springy thing. You kind of don't want to use this if you have to fight, unless you're exceptionally agile. This is going to get you killed. So no, this is a no pole. Because you see this happens, that's why you don't. But if this is all you have, it can become a yes pole. You just don't want to like hang on too swiftly, boom, boom, and get the hell away from there. But if you can, and the pole is still there, then you need to be able to utilize this pole as best as you can. Boom, boom, boom. You know, keep the pole between you and your opponent. If you are not a strong fighter, the pole technique is the technique. You must master this shit just to make sure that your opponent does not handle you. Any pole will do, any tree will do, but you have to learn how to use that tree. So you have to study that shit. You have to study that tree, that pole. But in most cases, in most fights, you're not gonna have time to do a lot of studying, so you better be a quick study. This is a skinny, smooth pole. It's there, you know, it's still usable. That pole's a little bit thicker, but it has springs on it, which is not the best idea, but still usable. This thick green pole over here, this one, is still usable. Now, I'm sure you've watched a lot of fight scenes be choreographed in park settings. You know, it's okay. The thing is, if it's choreographed, it's made to look cool. Not that you can't do it in real life, it's just that it ain't gonna look the same in real life. I'm not a pole dancer, so I'm not gonna be doing this thing, you know, shake your body like a body dancer or whatever. Plus, this pole is slick as fuck. I'm not taking that chance on my life. Not in a fight. You know, guys coming at me, boom. You know, I got this pole. Wham! You know, I'm gonna keep this pole between me and him at all times. I'm gonna dance around this pole. Same thing with the tree. I'm gonna make sure that this thing is between you and me at every step of this fight. You throw a punch and I can grab you, I'm gonna pull you into the pole. So you throw the punch, boom! That would look like throw, bam! Alright? Now I just slammed you into this pole. I got a lot of options I can do, because I'm gonna be on that side. I'm gonna pin you, I'm gonna kick you in the back, and I'm gonna keep kicking you until you drop. Why? Because I'm going to survive this fight at any means necessary. And the thing about a lot of martial artists, they're not going to tell you the damn truth. You don't have time to play when you're not a good fighter. You need to end that fight as quickly as possible and get the fuck out of Dodge. Now, I'm not saying you need to kill anybody. That's not what I'm saying. But you need to make them wish they were dead. Because they are damn sure trying to hurt you. And if you're going to let mercy rule your thought process, you're going to have a problem. Now, it's not unkind to be merciful, but it also depends on the situation. This guy's after you and you are defending yourself. Well, hey, to each his own. He just broke the golden rule of fuck around and find out. But like I said, this training is for you who are not strong fighters. If you are not a great martial artist, but you have some skills, this will be your ultimate protection. Because this is your bodyguard and your lifeline at the same time. But you have to learn how the skill works. So I'm going to stop this video and I'm going to start the third and final video using this exact pole to teach you exact movements. That being said, this is Kung Fu Epic number 2. I'm Echo Fan Grey Wolf. I hope I taught you something.